Okay, so I want to spend a few minutes mentioning the process that we call detoxification. And we tend to talk a lot about this with our patients, and I know you've probably heard a lot of talk about the word detoxification in there. That can mean lots of things, anywhere from people taking certain teas that make them go to the bathroom multiple times a day, or parasite cleanses and all kinds of stuff like that. But what's really going on and why is it important? And I know, especially what we're seeing with lab work, especially in our office anymore, that a lot of people's symptoms and even you could say diseases are kind of coming about because of a person's inability to detoxify or clean the body correctly. So what really happens and what we try to address are the following. So we have our liver, and your liver's up here on your right side, and the purpose of it is like a filter. So dirty things in our GI tract, bacteria imbalances, processing foods, things like that, just a lot of mucky stuff, it's got to be carried through the blood all the way back to the filter, which is the liver. And that's good. The problem is, where can this go wrong? And then this is where I want to show you. So in the liver, there's usually about 3 parts that are involved in the detox process. You have the first part over here, and you got the middle part, and then you got the second part. When these bad substances, let's say just toxins, we all have them, we all make them, hormones, all that kind of stuff, it's got to go through the first part of the detoxification process. Think of it as like a cog wheel, the cog wheels that go together. The first wheel is highly dependent upon things like B vitamins to basically make this toxic thing getting ready to help your body eliminate. So that first process is really well needed. So let's just call this B's. It moves into the second part here in the middle, which means it's a lot more toxic. It's getting ready for your body to eliminate. Well, right here, this is why we hear of things called antioxidants, and I'm sure you've heard the biggest one is called milk thistle that people take for their liver. And the purpose of that is kind of to say, you know what, okay, we know these things are now more toxic. We're going to use things like milk thistle or antioxidants to protect the liver as it's trying to clean the rest of it out. So that's the middle part. We'll call it antioxidants. And now the third part, this toxic substance moves through to the third part here. And this part is highly dependent upon what's called amino acids. And this is glutamine, cysteine, things that are found in protein basically. And what it does now is it takes this bad thing and now makes it safe for your body to get rid of back to the bowels. So we take all this junk that we picked up or from other parts of the body, and our nice liver does what it can to convert that or make that toxic substance, more safe in the long run so that our body can get rid of it through the bowels, through the urine and kidneys. So the point of that being is saying that our detoxification process is highly dependent upon not necessarily fancy teas that make your bowels move all day. It's more, does your liver or your filter have the needed elements to eliminate bad stuff that our body's trying to get rid of? And a lot of times when people don't, so if they're deficient in certain vitamins, they don't get enough protein, or they have a situation where they don't have enough antioxidants or protection, they may not eliminate very well and think of a dam just backs up, you're backing up toxicity in the body. And you can store more fluid, you can gain more weight, and the process just goes on and on. So people whose bowels don't move well, let's say they're constipated, what happens is your GI tract just kind of, reabsorbs stuff again. So you're kind of stuck in this web of getting rid of garbage, but yet not being able to get rid of your body, and therefore you just reabsorb it. So I tell people, you're kind of being like a toxic swamp now, and it doesn't feel good, right? So the important thing with detoxification, there's multiple aspects. Obviously, how your body gets rid of things through the large intestine, the bowels, through the skin, through the kidneys, through the gallbladder, bile, things like that. So like in our office, we focus a lot on initially, just as a support for people, is making sure that their filter can actually do the work and eliminate. Because if we're going to recommend certain protocols for them or plans or different nutrients and vitamins and diet, well, if their body can't even clean first, when we give them more things, it's just not going to help. The body's just stuck. It's stuck in its path. So we recommend certain things to help them kind of unhinge the dam, if you will, so that way, okay, the body can clean a little bit better and it's got the necessary nutrients to help support that. So that's our main focus with detoxification. There's many other things that we talk about, whether it be using saunas for skin health and things like that. All important, but for simplicity's sake, we always focus on, does the liver have enough nutrients like B vitamins? Does it have enough antioxidants to protect the liver itself from all the junk? And do you have enough amino acids or protein to allow that filter to manage and to filter correctly? So that's the main focus we talk about with detoxification.